Yo, what's up, my Blanco gang? It's me, Mr. Blake E, coming back at you with another video, and I'm here with Iron TJ.
Mr. Blunky. What up, guys?
We're doing
He's live.
all Sonic games. He's making me do this. I just want to die. And we're starting with whatever the hell this is.
Alright. So this is Blue Sphere. So, like, if you put in Sonic 1 or, like, any other game that's not Sonic 2 or 3 into, like, Sonic and Knuckles, it'll prompt this, and you could, like, enter a special code or something, and you can play, like, infinite Blue Sphere levels.
F. Fuck
And
that.
Blue Sphere is terrible.
I'll put it in
It,
D because I kind of like
yeah,
that.
it's
Yeah.
terrible.
Why two Dr. About?
There's
Oh,
some that
that's
are
Game
okay.
Gear.
So Game Gear Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. I haven't played it, but I could already kind of figure. Mean Bean Machine, regular Mean Bean Machine is great. That would be like A or S tier, to be honest.
No.
But Game Gear Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine is probably like still okay. So it's probably
I'll
like
put it
C.
C. And this one I'll put like B. 'Cause it's a fucking Tetris
No,
knockoff.
no. A,
Yes.
low A.
No, bro, you're tripping. No.
It's so good. It's like one of my favorite classic games.
That's so late.
Uh,
Oh, this is like Sonic 4 Metal Sonic DLC because there's both the episodes right there.
well, if it's anything Sonic 4 related, it's like low D.
No, it's like
So,
F.
or just I. Okay. The Shadow DLC for Sonic Forces. It's like from what I remember, I played it, I beat it. It was like one or two levels, and it has like a mini little Shadow side story. And I like Forces a lot, even though I know it's
He's a
bad.
loser.
So I'm gonna say it's probably like a like a high C,
I'll put
below
it
Mean
C.
Bean Machine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Knuckles Chaotix. I have
Knuckles
played
Chaotix,
this.
I love.
Honestly, it's pretty good. It controls I'll go low A when if something else gets added.
The controls are bad, but the enjoyment factor is high
Yeah, it's just a.
for some reason.
Although Chaos Rings
I
are
don't know. I
fucking
really like them.
stupid. I've never played the Lego
The
Dimensions thing,
gameplay, the gameplay is bad, but everything else about it's great.
so
I played. I played.
spit it
Sonic
out,
in
bro.
Lego Dimensions, but I haven't played like the level because I couldn't get
Never
it to
played.
work. I'd say I could still rate it though. I think it was pretty. From what I've seen from gameplay and from what I played of just Lego Dimensions, it's pretty good. I put it in like B. Yeah, that's fine.
Um,
All the Olympic sports games are like
they're all
like
like C or
like
D's.
like high D.
Uh,
Like they're fine. They're
they're
serviceable.
pretty much all the same too.
They the only one I enjoyed like a decent bit. I don't think it's even on here, but the DS version of the first Winter Olympic Games has a story mode that's kind of interesting. But that's like the only point in time where I've ever enjoyed those games that more so than just nothing.
What the fuck is this, dude?
Um, it's one of the McDonald's toys. They made like these little LCD games as like when Sonic Heroes was coming out.
Have you
I
played
mean,
it?
they're LCD games. I played a couple of them. They're they're LCD games. They should be like low. Like they're what you expect.
What the? Is this like the
Uh,
Sega Ages
it's
version
not.
of Sonic the Hedgehog?
It's the Switch version of Sonic, not part of any collection. It's just like individual.
Is it okay?
Uh, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's still in 4x3, but they add some stuff. It's fine. It's just Sonic 1 with the few little extras
I'll
they
just go
add, so
kind
it's
of C
fine.
there. Like I don't, it's just Sonic
Yeah,
One.
it's whatever.
It's
Sega
like a
Heroes
fighting
was
game.
so like a lot of fun. It was a mobile game
Ugh.
where it's kind of like it's kind of like RPG battles, but you get like it has like every single Sega character ever. I remember playing this a lot with my dad. It's like really fun. They shut it down, which sucked, but it's actually really fun. It's a mobile game, so like B, but like it's still a really good game. It sucks they shut it down.
What?
That's Sega Sonic Cosmo Fighter.
What the?
Uh, so back in the day, in like like early '90s, like '93. They made a bunch of like, you know those rides you see at Chuck E. Cheese where you just sit in it and it like rocks back and forth.
Yep.
It's basically like that, but there's a screen in the front. You play like this little mini game. It's one of those, and you're Sonic, and you're like in a little spaceship, and you're like shooting little Eggman robots.
And you're
It's
telling me
okay.
you've
I
played
mean,
this?
if I haven't played it, which I don't think I have, but I've seen like a full gameplay loop of it because it's like a 5 minute game to last the duration of the ride. It's fine. It's
I'll just
like
put it
it
in
was made
never
for like 2 year
played.
olds. No, I think I would say I could rate it. I basically know what it is. I would say put it in like B. It's fine.
You gotta keep in mind, B is pretty good.
Well, let's say low B. It's fine. Sega Pop Senate Sega Sonic Popcorn Shop is literally just nothing.
Yeah.
It's like a Sonic popcorn vending machine, and you crank this little crank, and like Sonic runs around as you crank the thing.
My
It's like
opinion,
nothing.
my opinion of this will
Nothing
also
exciting.
weigh in because I've seen gameplay and it looks fucking terrible.
No, I've seen and played it and beat it multiple times. It's like one of my favorite Sonic games. S tier.
No,
So good.
does not get to go in S tier.
So
You
good.
well, you can just kill
IA.
yourself. No,
IA.
I've seen gameplay. It looks terrible. You don't get to override this, bro. It looks terrible. It's got, bro. It's an old arcade game that uses a trackball. It is terrible.
It's really fun though. It's really really fun. It's got great music.
You get an
The level
A.
design is
Not.
great.
It's not nearly as good as Knuckles Chaotix.
That's fine. I don't agree, but okay.
I don't know what this is.
I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna take a guess and say what it is. I've still never played it, so it's fine going there. But I think it's like on the 3DS they had like those Sonic the Hedgehog 3D versions, and they
That's
made
not
like
it.
a physical edition that has like a couple other Sega games, and that kind of looks like the box art for it. But
Maybe. I'm
it
pretty
might be
sure.
it might be like Project Zone or something.
I'm pretty sure this is maybe the Wii version. I think that might be the. Yeah, it's probably the
I don't
Wii
know.
version.
I mean, they're basic. I mean, you could scroll down and see if there's any other version.
I know there's a
Other
DS. I know there's a
RPGs.
DS version that like adds some stuff that people like.
There's a version. There's a version on everything. I mean, there's a Wii PS2 version which I played, and then there's like a better HD 360 and PS3 version.
It's probably
And there's some stuff on
okay.
other stuff too, like you said, yeah. It's fine. It's just a it's just this tennis game with Sonic characters. It's
I'll
really
just put it in
nothing
like
more special than
C.
that.
Yeah, it's not really that great.
Yeah, it's whatever. Sega Superstars I have played, and it's pretty bad. Um, it uses the PS2 iToy with
Oh yeah, I've seen
basically like
gameplay of it.
the
Yeah, it looks
Kinect.
terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's not. I don't say it's F. If it's F, it's IF or low D. Like it's not that bad, but it's bad.
I remember seeing one where it was like
Um,
you basically like walked Sonic with your eyes. It was really stupid.
yeah, you like move your hands around the little loop or whatever. It's stupid. It has some like other Sega franchise stuff in there that's not terrible, but in terms of the Sonic aspects, it's like not great. All right. Sega Sonic Bros. It's an unreleased arcade game, so I don't even know what's on this. I mean, I kind of get why it's a game, but uh, it, if I had to rate it, because I haven't played it, but I already get the gist from watching gameplay. It's basically just um like Puyo Puyo, but it's a little more like you get stacks of 4 blocks next to each other. Um, it's just an average puzzle game. Not better
Looks.
than Robotnik's Me Being Machine by any shot, but
I'll just put it here.
it's
Or no,
okay.
I'll just put it
I put
here.
it lower.
I
Yeah.
have. I don't. Oh, okay. I can speak on this. Um, it was trash, dude. But
Eh,
it's just a game that's trying to be super dark because it's like Shadow, and it's got a lot of cheesy lines in it. And I think the level setups are really
every
lame.
Sonic game.
I don't think
Every
it.
Sonic game for the most. Every Sonic game has cheesy, stupid lines,
Yeah,
but
but it's more cheesy here because other Sonic games it's like they're not meant to be like a dark
in terms,
mysterious dude.
yeah, I mean, it's in terms of gameplay and stuff though, and the storyline is interesting. The fact that you can become good or evil, like that's cool. And
Yeah.
the fact that and um and the gameplay's not terrible. The gameplay is not that bad. It's
I'll
not
I'll I'll
great.
put it at
There's
B.
no Yeah, it's fine. I put it lower
Ooh,
than Beam Machine.
I don't know about that.
Whatever.
Oh six.
Oh six,
Ooh,
I played a decent bit of,
I've
and
played
it's
it.
not
I've played
that
some of it.
bad.
It's bad,
I,
but it's a lot more fundamentally bad.
it's not if you go in with low expectations, it's like your expectations will higher after playing it. Or not expectations, but like, it's better than it seems from public people saying about it cuz
I'll
I've
say
beaten Sonic Story.
I
I've started Shadow Story. Shadow Story is terrible from what I've seen.
I'll
Sonic
say
Story's not that bad.
I mean the music is really good, and Silver's a pretty cool addition.
Music's great.
I'll put it at B. Low B. It's not that great, especially the load times being fucking horrible. Um,
Yeah,
and
that's the thing, especially if you play
the
on
graphics
PS3.
look really bad. Um, it's not my thing. I'm waiting for
Yeah, I've
PO6
seen
to
that.
come out to fully play it, but yeah, it sucks. Genesis 3D Blast. Oof.
I played it a bit. Um, the Saturn version is vastly superior. That's not saying a whole lot, but we'll get to that. Um, if you're gonna play Genesis 3D Blast, the dude who made a director's cut where it adds like quality of life stuff and supersonic and all this junk. So if you want to play that. This version just overall is just bad.
Yeah, I think
Um,
it's probably
the
right
controls
around
are
here.
bad. Like the graphics are kind of interesting for Genesis, but it's like not great. The Saturn version, on the other hand, the atmosphere is really good. The music is excellent, really really good, top notch stuff. Um, the cutscenes are, I mean, not the cutscenes, but the special stages are actually kind of interesting. Like I think those were actually developed by Sonic Team because the game wasn't, but I think the special stages were. Um, but still, the gameplay fundamentally is the same,
I'll
and
probably say like right around like
that's
a little bit higher because
yeah.
this is a little bit better.
I'd say it's I'd say it's higher even for the music alone. The music's
Okay,
really really good.
I've played Sonic Advance 2. I could say I don't know, I could probably say Sonic Advance 3 too because they're kind of all kind of roped together. These games
Sure.
are good, but the main problem with them is they're missing kind of a big fundamental like new thing with it other than it being modern Sonic compared to the Rush series where it's like they added the boost thing and tricks and stuff. This game kind of just feels like underwhelming a bit. I got like halfway through it and I was like, first of all, these special stages suck, and second of all, these stages suck. So I thought they were okay. I mean, probably more B tier. Um,
I've
Advance
heard.
3, I've
I mean,
heard worse things about it.
yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of like, okay. The team ups thing is
It
really
doesn't have like the
stupid.
part. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Advance 1 was really
That's
good
bad.
though. Advance 1, I honestly will say it's probably A tier. The this
I don't agree really, but sure.
the special stages are probably the worst thing about it, but I think, for being new at what it was, I think it's pretty good. And I like the style of it and, it's pretty cool. Advance 2, what the fuck? That's
Sonic
not bad.
Adventure 2.
Yeah, Sonic Adventure
That's
2.
bad.
It looks like a fucking ass. Battle, I mean, it just adds stuff, doesn't it? And like changes a few things.
I guess let's just rate it on the overall version. I mean, like, SA2 is awesome. I
Yeah.
think we both can agree on that. Like,
hmm
SA2 is really, really good. Um, and Battle, it does stuff to make it better, but it also does stuff like minor things to make it worse. It's not like an SADX thing, which we'll get to that, but
hmm
where it just totally ruins the game. early. It ruins a little bit of it, like a tiny bit, like a few cutscenes and like a few movement stuff. I think, but overall, what it adds in terms of like two-player stuff
I think I'm
and
comfortable saying like I
content.
think I'm saying like these are pretty equal. So wherever they are is like okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
SADX though, I mean
Flying
without a
Battle is a
doubt,
little better.
probably right here.
SADX is like, no, I don't agree. I think it's bad. Like, it adds so many glitches and ruins so much about the game. It's like low C. Like it's
Okay,
bad.
yeah, and then obviously without a
And
doubt
then Adventure is like S tier. Yeah,
for
I
me,
think it's better than both, to be honest.
but that I mean
But like
it's
I get
purely
one.
preference. But I think I'm roping these two together, but they're pretty equal. It's just kind of personal preference. Uh, was this the one we played when you came over to my place?
Yeah,
Transformed.
yeah, yeah. This
This
is the one.
game
Has Wreck-It Ralph
sucks.
and Yogg. Yeah, this is the one with Yogg's cast and Wreck-It Ralph and Danga Patrick.
No, bro,
Yeah, it's
that
awesome.
sucks.
It's
Uh,
not a bad game though.
no, it
It's
was
not bad.
terrible.
It's just a kart racing game. It's not
It
that bad.
wasn't it failed so badly at being a fun one. Okay,
They
now
they
hold
put
up.
in like above the Olympic games. It's better than those.
Fine. Okay, so that, dude, I guess we're gonna have to rate it based off like the and Knuckles portion versus the Sonic 3. I think and Knuckles
Yeah,
is
I think Sonic
probably
and Knuckles
better.
by itself. Uh, mm, let me see what's in it. There's like
The
Mushroom Hill
Lavaopolis,
Zone that was
Mushroom
like
Hill,
okay.
the Sky Sanctuary.
Um,
I think Flying Battery
Splendor,
Zone.
Fine Battery.
Honestly, I think it's
Jet
really
Lag.
I really like it. Like I think
Super Emeralds are Super Emeralds are
yeah.
basically only in Knuckles for the most part.
Well, no, literally, they literally only are in there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because it's you have to get all the Chaos Emeralds, and then you see Knuckles come out of Mushroom Hill.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Honestly,
either way, it's a really, really good game.
I'll say
It doesn't matter
S.
what if it's 3 or Knuckles, it's still really good. Yeah.
I'll sort of do the same as like Sonic Adventure 2 there too. I don't think it's better than the. I don't know. They're pretty equal there. Oh jeez. And
From what I've heard, it's better than Transformed,
but
but
I mean, it's
and
still the
from what
same kind of
I don't
thing.
I played it at some point. I would put it. Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
I think for a lot of the games where
Black
it's like
Knight,
just no, go for it.
Black Knight, I haven't played, but I know it's basically just a little better than Secret Rings. And Secret Rings, I have played. And Secret Rings is okay.
I think
I
probably
don't know
more.
a
I
lot
think
about the
probably A
stories. I
tier.
feel like I don't know a whole lot about the stories. From what I hear from people, that's like the highlight, kind of.
People really like the aesthetics of the game.
Uh,
I'm honestly fine saying them in
yeah,
like
the
high
aesthetics are
A.
cool.
Both of them at high A.
No,
You don't think so?
no,
Not
no.
above Knuckles
High
Chaotix, bro.
A? No way, bro. They're like low B. Like they're good, but they're not that good. There's no
Eh,
way they're touching A.
they're better than I'm
Neither
saying
of
they're
them.
better than 06, better than 06, bro.
Sure.
What?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll just rope these in with the rest of them.
Let me think. Yeah, I mean, they're just mobile versions. They're even worse, to be honest. I'd put them in F. They're bad.
Sonic
I mean, that's what you
Athletics.
expect, but it's a, it's like in Japan. There's this big Sega arcade called Joyopolis over there,
Oh yeah.
and they have this thing set up that's basically like Sonic in the Olympics or whatever, but
Oh, I think
it's
I've
basically
seen
just
it.
treadmills.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah,
It looks
you
okay.
just run and see. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting concept. I think there's
I'll put it
arcade
above
like regular
I'll put it
arcade
above
versions
the
as
regular
well.
ones. Cuz it does look
Yeah,
pretty
that's fine.
interesting for what it is. Sonic Battle, I
Yeah,
know
it's kind of
you've played this. I've seen gameplay of it. It looks,
it's fun.
for a
It's
Game
fun.
Boy Advance fighting game that's like weird 3D, it's okay. I'll probably put it like,
It's the most visually interesting Game Boy Advance Sonic game, and the gameplay is fun. I enjoyed it a lot more than all the Advance games, to be honest.
I think it's probably
I
fine
enjoyed
being
it,
mid C tier.
but
This is just
some
kind
of
of
the
a
story
generic
modes in the
placement.
story is kind of interesting. Sonic Blast,
Oof.
dude. It's it's not terrible. It's not. It's just one of the Game Gear Sonic games, but the graphics are weird because they're like the 3D digitalized thing, and um, it's not terrible. It's really not terrible. It's just one of the game games. Just the game games are just kind of underwhelming in general.
Just see.
If you're gonna play the game stuff, just play the Master System versions. Yeah,
Just see.
that's fine.
Fire and Ice, I don't care what your opinion is on this, Thomas. This game was terrible. No Sonic game should require you to hold Y to sprint. That is complete, total bullshit. C tier. Rise of Lyric, oof.
I played Rise of Lyric. There definitely was a lot of passion behind it. It was just Sega totally just ruined it for them. Like the team that developed it, Big Red Button, they really have a really lot of passion for their stuff. They really just put a lot of hard work into this game. It's just totally rushed beyond belief. So the graphics and the gameplay and most of that, it just needed more polish. And they just didn't give them that. So it's fun. It's like kind of fun, I guess.
We grew up with the other Sonic Boom
And
games.
the graphics are amazing. I'd say it's better than most of the other Sonic games, the Sonic Boom games. I'd say like high C, like above Game Gear Mean Beam Machine.
Okay, well I could say Shattered Crystal's pretty bad too.
Oh yeah, I've heard that's like the worst one. I've heard that one's bad.
What the?
I never played it, but I can assume.
What the fuck is Sonic Cafe?
So Sonic Cafe was like, it's like a collection of Nokia games, like Nokia mobile phones.
Yeah.
It's from what I mean, it seems like there's other ones on here from that, so I don't even know why this is listed. Just Sonic Cafe. I guess we could just say never played.
Yeah. Okay, this one.
I know what they are.
These two, I can say my 2 cents about too. I think the original Sonic CD is high A. Well, I think the Christian Whitehead is S tier, without a doubt. The necessary changes made are so good that it completely outshines the original. Yes, bro.
Well,
the spin dash is better.
That many changes.
The spin dash is better.
They let you use the regular spin dash. They added widescreen, and they let you change the soundtrack as well as like a few other.
And they added a saving system. I think. I don't know if the original does.
Yeah, that too. That is no, a saving system's in the original. It's just a little less dynamic. But
I think I'm totally fine with this rating.
I think I would agree. Yeah, this is fine, but I think I would agree more so if Christian Whitehead was actually able to do the stuff that he planned to do, because he did plan on like adding more levels and stuff, but Sega was like, just don't. So it's better. I think the only thing that they ruined is the intro and outro animations. They stretched into 16:9 instead of leaving them in 4:3, which looks really bad. That's the only thing they ruined, and that's a very minor complaint.
But the thing is, the Genesis version doesn't look great either, at all.
So, well, oh yeah, I mean, at least it's like.
Yeah, at least it's got the clean animation. It's not, it's not the.
The Sega CD version is literally just like the pixelated ones. I know they fixed that later for like the original PC versions.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's not like the Mega Collection one where it's got the full 4:3 beauty.
Oh, gems.
No, not gems, because in the Mega Collection it's in the extras, I think. But it might be it.
Oh, true.
Oh yeah, I guess you mean more of the game. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Sonic Chaos.
I played it. Again, it's just one of the Game Gear Sonic games. It's fun. It's a fun little game. Nothing crazy. It's fine. It's kind of interesting with Is Fang in that one or is that in Triple Trouble? Because I know for sure he's in Triple Trouble, but I don't know if he's in Chaos.
I got no
I'd say it's
idea.
above Blast. I would put it above below uh, below Sonic Battle.
Okay.
Sonic Battle.
Sonic Chronicles. Ooh, I've watched gameplay of
Never
this.
played it.
I've seen gameplay.
I'm pretty sure it's horrendous.
I've heard
But
the story's pretty good, but I've heard the gameplay
never
loop
played
is bad,
it. Mhm.
and I've heard the music is repetitive, and I've seen the models. Ooh, yeah. But it's better. It's probably better than Sonic Boom Fire and Ice game.
Well, we never played it, so I'd say just
I've
like
seen gameplay of it. I've seen gameplay of it though.
we don't. Okay. Well, if you say so.
It looks. I mean, it just kind of looks like an
Colors
RPG.
DS. Okay. Colors DS is basically just another boost. Not boost. Rush game.
Mm-hmm.
And rush games are always great. So
Yeah, I'm all.
and
I'm
I
saying.
think it has a cool story.
I'll say C or
Like
B.
they add like they say yeah, that's fine. They add characters from like regular Sonic, like they had like the Chaotix and Shadow and stuff are in it in the story mode,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of interesting considering that literally only Sonic, Tails, and Eggman are in the original game. So
Hmm.
it's kind of an interesting little release. And I
Yeah,
think the gameplay seems good.
I always seem to like.
I don't think I've ever played it though.
I always like the console handheld dual releases. Like later we'll get to Generations, and I mean it's always pretty cool. I don't know about Wii Colors that well.
I played Wii Colors, and I've seen a lot of reviews of it because it's very common to get reviewed. Um, it's kind of weird. It's it's the first time they brought in Roger Craig Smith, and like it's one of the first like really modern feeling Sonic games. Like modern era, not like obviously modern Sonic's been around a lot longer, but like
Boost,
a lot of the
boost,
tropes that they.
boost 3D Sonic, pretty much.
Oh, well, I mean, Unleashed was before that.
Oh yeah, I
You
guess
still
that's
had
true.
what's his face? I forget his name. Jason
Jason,
Griffith.
yeah.
Yeah. So it really does feel like one of the main ones they use as inspiration nowadays for like Forces or not really Frontiers, but like well, anyways, basically it's there's too much 2D in it. Like it's supposed as a 3D game, but it doesn't really feel like one. Um, it's got some interesting two-player stuff in it sometimes. Um, it's fine. It's eh.
It's
I'd say
just
it's
kind of basic, yeah.
below C. It's
Yeah,
probably above 3D Genesis 3D Blast.
yeah. Maybe like here.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's fine.
I don't know what this is.
So that's Sonic Dash 2. Just a just Sonic Dash.
Oh yeah, Sonic Dash is okay. Yeah, I can kind of just go there.
Yeah.
No idea what this is at all.
Um.
I know what
What
this
I think
is.
it is, it's one of the Sonic. It's Sonic Cafe. It's one of the Sonic Cafe games. I don't really know a whole lot about those ones. I'd
You just
say
put
they
it never
both look
played, yeah.
decent,
Ooh,
but I know what it
I've seen
is. I
stuff
don't
about
know anything
Sonic
about it.
Drift. Sonic Drift,
Sonic Drift
oof.
2. I own and played. It's it's what you'd expect.
It's it's like the original
It's like
Super
think of
Mario
like
Kart.
think of like yeah, think of like Super Mario Kart but degraded and like um even though it's on a lower console, like the gameplay loop isn't as refined. Which is
I'm
what
fine
you'd
putting it
expect.
like here. I mean, they're both kind of the same, right?
I don't know if it's that bad. That would like mean it would be bad. I would
It's
put it
worse than it's worse than the racing games, like the Team Sonic Racing type stuff.
yeah, I put it above no, I guess that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I guess that's fine.
What?
That's Sonic Edgesoft. It's it's stupid. It's a Master System game. It was never released. It's
Oh.
basically like picture like Sonic 1 on Master System,
Mhm.
but well, I mean I'm basically just going to put in like D or F. Like there's nothing to it. It's a kids game where you just do like simple addition, but there's Sonic running across the screen.
Oh, so it's not even a video game.
So, like it's barely a video game.
Yeah.
So like
Sonic
yeah.
Eraser. I'm guessing this is just like a drawing thing.
It's another puzzle game. It was released, but not really. It was on like Sonic's. It was on like the Genesis like network thing. I forget what they called it. Um, it's. I mean, it's the. I've people say the music's terrible. Honestly, I kind of like it. And the gameplay loop is kind of just the same as the Sega Sonic, Bros game. So I'd put it like next to it, maybe a little higher, maybe a little lower. Actually, the
I don't remember
graphics
where
are
I put
less
it.
intensive.
Oh.
Just above 3D Blast. Yeah, above 3D Blast.
I don't know what this is.
Mm. Sonic Forces. That's the mobile game that we played.
Oh, ew. I mean,
Sonic
it's
Forces
just kind of
Speed.
it's kind
Speed.
of just Dash,
I'd say, yeah, I think it's more fine than Dash,
but
but
it's still
it's
kind
fun.
of meh. Ugh, Sonic
It's fine.
Forces. Yeah,
I like Sonic Forces a lot.
it's terrible.
Um, I I'd say it's above Shadow. Like I like it.
I
I think the
disagree.
story's interesting. I know the gameplay people think is bad, and that's
The
fine.
OC thing is stupid.
It is, but I like it. I don't know. I
They
feel
could
like
have gone Xenoverse with it and made it like
it's definitely like I feel I feel like it's I feel like it's like Sega's most lazy game for sure. Like I agree with a lot of the criticism. I just still find it to be like not only nostalgic because it was like one of the very first Sonic games I ever played. Um, but it's also just like I don't know. I just like it. I think it's interesting.
I think I'm fine with it being there. I think Shadow's probably I mean at least Shadow's like somewhat like cool and it's not a boost game.
So
I think
I like it more than all the Secret Rings games. I think it's worse than Mean Bean Machine. So can we put it above Dimensions?
I,
Maybe not above Dimensions. Dimensions is probably
I'll
better.
just put it.
Maybe
I'll
above
put
Sega
it like
Bros.
right here. Yeah, it's definitely not better
Yeah,
than
that's fine.
Shadow, and it's definitely not worse than '06. I can say I can put my 2 cents into Free Riders. This game is fucking terrible. Worst controlling menu
Yeah, it's
ever.
bad.
The gameplay was fun when I was like 5, but I tried it again and it was terrible. F tier without a doubt.
I tried it not too long. I played it recently, and I see what they're doing. I got the concept.
It's a
It's
headache
just
to play.
it
Like
just I just don't think it was ready. I think it was made for VR. Honestly, be kind of fun, but as it stands, I think it's like low D. I don't think it's that bad.
I'll
Like
put it like
there definitely
here.
was effort put into it, and the fact that it has a story mode is kind of cool.
I don't remember the story
But
mode.
yeah,
Okay, these two I can definitely put test to. Sonic Generations 3DS was really great. I think it's fine there. I think that's where I put it. There's obviously not any
mm,
3D sections like
yeah,
Generations,
that's fine.
but it does well for what it's trying to be. It's a 2D platformer with young or classic and modern. I know you won't agree with me this. Honestly, I think this sits right here. Sonic Generations was so good.
Let me see.
Right above
Sonic
Sonic and Knuckles. I think without a doubt.
No, no
Yes.
way.
Yes,
No
bro. It
way.
was so
No
good.
CD.
No. No, no. Definitely not. CD has too many.
No.
No,
I mean,
bro. You're totally wrong with this, bro. I'm fine putting it like here, but Sonic Generations was good, bro. Like, you know,
nah. Uh,
we'll just have to agree to disagree. I know you don't like it that
no.
much.
I don't agree. I think it'd be like high B, but yeah, whatever.
No, I put it in S.
Uh, well, I know, but that's what I would
Oh,
put it
yeah.
if I was doing
Sonic
this game.
Heroes, ooh. Not that bad. Honestly, not that bad.
It's not.
I'll
I
put it
think
A
it's
tier.
it's the last Ryan Drummond game, and it definitely feels like it. I feel like Shadow kind of feels like one too, and that might have been what they were planning, but
I think it's fine right about here.
it's good. It's fine. Yeah, I can agree
It's
with that.
definitely got like an interesting Sonic Jam. What? What's the
No,
difference?
that's not Sonic. That's not Sonic Jam. That's Gamecom Sonic Jam.
Ooh.
F tier.
Yeah, without a
Worst
doubt.
game.
Sonic Jam, isn't it?
Sonic.
It's just a collection for the Saturn, but they like have like
It's
a
cool.
hub world.
No, it's yes, but it's a lot more. It's a lot more interesting than any of the other compilations. They actually built the Genesis games from the ground up again, so they remade them technically.
That's pretty cool.
It's the
I'll
first time
say
I've ever
I'll say
done
like
that. 'Cause
high
most of the
B
time,
or like low A.
and the hub world is cool. It's one of the few. It's one of the few Sonic Team games on Saturn, and I love the Saturn, so it's just kind of cool to see.
I think it's right there.
Predecessor to it's like the hub world. The hub world is supposed to be basically like Sonic Adventure. Like that was their demo for it, basically. So that's really cool to see.
I think probably right about there
So
is
yeah,
fine.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
These are
It is
probably
just
mobile games,
Genesis
right?
games at the end of the day. Sonic Jump 2. I could basically I didn't even know there's a Sonic Jump 2 to be honest, but I know about Sonic Jump and Sonic Jump Fever. They're basically all the same. It's literally just Doodle Jump but with Sonic. Um,
Yeah, that's
Mobile
ass.
games, they're fine. Like low D.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, they're
They're
probably
not bad. They're not good.
you just all put them here. What about is I'm guessing it's like a
Fever's probably the best. I mean, Fever's probably the best one just because it's the most recent. It's probably the most refined from what I can tell.
I'm guessing this is something like that. I don't know what this is.
I I've seen it before. I played it. I think it is one of the Sonic Jump games.
Yeah,
Could be
whatever.
wrong
Put
on
it
that.
there.
I
I mean,
really
that's what I
can't
would think.
tell.
Ooh,
It's just a mobile game. I don't know.
ooh, Sonic
Labyrinth.
Labyrinth.
It's kind of interesting. I know it's people say it's bad, and it is. And I haven't really played it myself necessarily, but once you look at it, you kind of know how to play it. It's you like collect 3 keys, and you're walking really slow,
Yeah,
and
that's kind of
then you
shitty for
need
a
to like
Sonic game.
it's like a puzzle game. It's not really a Sonic game, really.
Put it in
It really
D.
isn't. Um, I think it's D, but it's probably above like Sonic Jump and Sonic. Uh, probably above. Yeah, that's fine. Nah, I think Superstars is
I think
maybe.
this is the Wii U, and I think this is the 3DS version.
Doesn't matter.
I
Other way
have no
around. I
idea.
could see the little 3DS tab. That one's the one that's
Yeah, no, you're
that one
right.
is 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
You could see the little 3DS
Yeah,
thing on the side. Uh, never played it.
yeah.
I've seen
I haven't
gameplay.
played it either.
Um, I never played regular Lost World either. I've been meaning to. I have a Wii U.
I've heard they're pretty bad. I've heard
I
it's
just don't
bad.
have a. I've seen gameplay. It looks fine.
What?
I just don't want to rate it without playing it. That's Mania Plus.
Why does it have the
Basically, the
Genesis logo
DLC.
next to it? It like the Encore DLC or whatever with like Mighty.
No, they made a on the physical version. There's a reversible cover.
Oh yeah, that's the way to differentiate it. So what does Mania Plus add?
Yeah, Mania Plus just adds Encore mode, which is it adds Mighty and Ray as playable characters, and
Oh
it
yeah.
adds like the Knuckles Chaotix swapping characters thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes the levels harder, and they color swap the levels.
That's not bad. I'll put that. I mean, that's like
There is
the DLC.
It's still Mania. It's awesome.
Well,
And
I'll just
the
say
fact
I'll
they brought
just
back Mighty and
what
Ray.
I'll say is I'll just say it's like this is like the deal. This is like the DLC. So we have to rate it as like a DLC.
Yeah.
So I think probably like A.
Well, why don't we just?
We'll do
I was
Mania.
thinking
We'll
maybe
do
like
no. We'll just say that's a DLC because we did the same thing for Sonic Forces where we have like the DLCs rated.
well, we also did the same thing for Adventure 2 and Adventure 2 Battle.
Yeah, but that's not a
Forces was
DLC
bad.
though. I mean, Sonic Mania Plus might be like its own separate like game that was released after, but it's pretty much a DLC. Like it's just a DLC.
Yeah, I guess.
Mania, without a doubt. I'm honestly, I'm saying it's here. It's definitely the best.
Yeah, that's.
It's definitely the best in
As
terms
a
of
kid,
like
I played the heck out of it.
I've played the hell out of it
I
now.
played it over like 7 times. I played it like 7 times over as a kid. Like I loved that game. Now I try to play it, and I honestly can't get into it really, but I do know it's great.
Yeah, I mean without a doubt, it reimagines some levels like in Chemical Plant, adding like the jelly stuff, and I think it's just really good. Honestly, yeah, I think it's probably the best classic Sonic game. Sonic Pinball Party.
I played Pinball Party, and I liked it. I did. I thought the story was interesting. It was like it's kind of stupid, but it was basically like Sonic is in this pinball tournament, but Eggman or some other evil person, I don't remember who, probably Eggman. He's like controlling the other Sonic characters to be evil, so it's like you versus like evil Tails and evil Amy. kind of interesting concept for just a pinball game. And I remember the pinball boards being kind of fun, but it's not like Spinball where it's made to be a Sonic game with like pinball boards. It's literally just pinball boards with like a Sonic skin. Um, so kind of fun. It's it's probably like C, like above, not above colors, probably.
Let's say right, maybe right here.
That's the wrong
Yeah,
game.
maybe like right here.
Yeah,
I haven't played Zero Gravity
that's
or
fine.
I've played the original Riders at your
I
place
know
and it was okay.
I've haven't played Zero Gravity. I don't even own Zero Gravity,
We can just put it never played and then we can talk
but
about Riders.
I've seen gameplay, and I know the whole plot and how it controls. Apparently, it's worse than Riders. Like they remove a lot of stuff that made the original game fun in the first place. But the story's interesting, apparently, and the it's still for the most part the same game, just a little worse. So from what I know about it, if I had to rate it, I'd say above, like below Transformed.
It has to be
Uh,
better. Oh no, yeah, it is better than Free Riders. Yeah. Sonic Riders is probably
yeah.
definitely better. I'll say it's honestly like probably maybe like here. It's just it's a weird Sonic racing game. And
I
it
think it's better than DX.
oh yeah, you're right.
I hate DX.
Let me move that down.
I think it's tortured to complete. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Rivals. I don't know
I
anything about the
all right.
Rivals games.
I've played Rivals, not two, but I can assume. Um, Rivals is it's kind of weird. It's like how do I describe it? It's kind of like you ever play Super Mario Run?
Oh,
It's
the
kind of like that. That actually, that's a terrible analogy. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like if a 2D Sonic game had modern Sonic, and you're constantly battling other people to get to the goal. And for some reason, it also has like cards in it. Like every time you beat a race, you get a trading card. Very weird game.
sounds terrible.
And from what I know about Rivals 2, they just add a few characters. Like I think SBO and like Metal Sonic and stuff are in it.
Are they mobile
But
games?
compared to the first game, which has like they're PSP games.
Oof.
And like I said, I played Rivals. It's fine. I'd say maybe C.
Okay.
Rivals 2 is probably better. I'd say it's above it, but like only above it. Uh, Probably above Lyric, to be honest. I'd say it's like the highest C. It's not bad. It's just, eh.
Sonic R, honestly, yeah.
Sonic R, I love Sonic
This game
R.
is great. I think probably
I
low
think
A
it's,
though.
I think it's, yeah,
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
okay with that.
people give it way too much shit. I mean, the gameplay is not that bad, and it's cool that you got like have incentives to explore the levels.
Hmm.
It's just people hate on it too much
Yeah,
because they don't know how to actually play it well.
the levels are pretty expansive. The fact that you can unlock characters and the method that you do is kind of cool.
Yeah, I
The
think it's
graphics are really nice.
definitely underrated as
Especially if you play
hell.
the original Saturn version. Um, I think the music is obviously excellent, but I don't think anybody was debating that.
Yeah,
I think what a lot of people don't know about it, like you were saying, is that it actually controls pretty good. Just people don't play it right.
you're supposed
But
to just
her,
you're just supposed to hold
don't
like
press, don't press, don't press up. Like people think since you're moving a 3D character instead of a car, you're supposed to press up. You don't. You hold down like A or B or C, whatever one I forget.
and
Probably
you
B because
accelerate and
usually
then
you
you
jump
just use the
weirdly.
stick to turn.
And then you just move left and right with the stick or the D-pad or whatever, and it controls a lot better like that.
Hmm.
Why it would control like that for playing as a character instead of a car, I don't know. It was developed to be a car game instead of a Sonic game, so probably why. But still kind of weird that they
It's
changed that
still
way.
really
But either
awesome
way,
though.
when you play it like either way, even if you play it that way, it's a lot of fun.
No, definitely.
Really good.
Um,
That Sonic Riders. I mean, not Sonic Riders. Sonic Runners. It's a sequel to Sonic Runners. I don't remember the name of it. It's a Game Loft game. Pretty bad.
Ugh.
And the worst part about it is not only was it a sequel to a great game, which we'll get to, it's also. I mean, it's also bad, but they charged for it. Like you had to spend like $5 on the App Store
Fuck that.
for a game that's a lot worse.
We say an F?
And I don't think it even had like online stuff. It was like level based. Like it's bad. Yeah, I'd say it's better than Sonic Jam or Edgysoft or.
Yeah.
I'd say it's the highest F.
Okay. Yeah.
Highest F. Actually, maybe below the Metal Sonic, Sonic 4, whatever the heck that is. That's the original Runners, and the original Runners is great. Got a really big community. In fact, they Sega shut it down in like 2015, but fans made like a new server, and I played that.
What is
It's called,
it?
like Sonic Runners Revamp.
Like,
or
what kind of
something.
game is it?
It's like it's kind of like Mario Run, but
Oh, so
for
it's like an
like,
on
just
rails.
constantly
Yeah, I
running,
got
right?
it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting. It's a fun little game. And all the characters you can unlock in the story mode seem like really in depth. I basically only played online matches, but I know the story is supposed to be really not like solid. Like it's not like like Sonic Adventure 2 like crazy. It's just like it's kind of interesting that it even has a story and that it goes as far as it does with it. A lot of unlockable characters too, which is cool. Like the Werehog and Mephiles and a bunch of really
Mhm.
weird characters are in it,
Yeah.
which is crazy for a mobile game. Um, kind of similar to how Sonic Forces Speed Battle does it. I'd say lowest B,
Okay.
probably.
Uh. Sure. Why
Yeah.
not?
No, I'd say that.
Okay. Sonic Rush Adventure. I
Okay.
haven't played, but I've seen a lot about it because I love the Rush games. I love the DS too, especially. Um, I've heard that it's better than Rush because it has a lot more like added stuff and it like improves on a lot of stuff. Honestly, I'm saying it's above it's definitely above Sonic Advance without a doubt. Without a doubt in my mind. And so is Sonic Rush.
Yeah, I totally. I
They're
enjoy.
they're way better.
I
Yeah.
enjoy. I enjoyed the Rush games so much more than the advanced games. I know you wouldn't agree, but I found the advanced games to be kind of underwhelming.
No, I don't I don't
Maybe
I don't disagree.
they were probably a lot cooler. They were probably a lot cooler at the time.
Mhm.
Like, oh my gosh, a new 2D Sonic game. Like that's crazy since all they were
They
getting
just
for the
don't
last
do that much that's cool.
10ish years were 3D Sonic games or just no games. But it was probably a cool thing at the time, but going from like Sonic 3 to that, it's underwhelming. It's like this should be better than it is in my opinion.
I think
And
the
then they
biggest
did
problem.
Rush, and Rush is such a unique thing,
Mhm.
and it like the music's great, the gameplay's awesome. Um, I'm not a huge fan of Blaze or
No,
Raiden, like
yeah,
I
that's where we
mentioned in
disagree.
Sonic Adventure. I'm not a huge fan of those characters. In fact, I think Blaze is kind of eh. Like I feel like people hype her up too much, but I think the gameplay and like the style and the music and everything about it is so charming and so unique. It doesn't have to be just another classic Sonic game. It could be its own thing,
No,
and
yeah.
that's what makes that game
Yeah,
so
I
good.
think I think Sonic I think one of the biggest like the only problem in my eyes for Sonic Rush is some of the like controls are kind of weird. Like I think spin dashing is very underwhelming for it, and I think you don't really gain momentum like you do in like the classic ones where you like if you curl up you kind of lose like all of your speed.
So
And I think some of the boost stuff is pretty
yeah, Sonic
wonky.
4 had a
Yeah,
Sonic 4 had a
I've
kind
seen
of
the
similar
similar problem with Sonic 4, yeah. But I think I
Sonic 4 is a billion times worse.
I disagree with his thing about Blaze. I think Blaze is really cool. I think Silver's definitely cooler as like a time traveler. But I think Blaze is super
Yeah.
cool, and I think it's cool how she kind of gets like her own super thing where she has like the she has fire like blazing
Yeah, that's
blaze
kind of
or like with the soul emeralds. I
because
think
half the time,
I
yeah,
think
because half the time they don't even let Tails or Knuckles go super anymore, and the fact that they blaze is kind of cool.
yeah,
That is cool.
I think there's so many good things about it. I mean, he mentioned a lot of it, but it's like the trick system is super cool. it's just a game where
Yeah,
you need like you want to go fast. Like there's no other thing you really want to do in it. It's not like CD where you have to explore or Knuckles, Sonic and Knuckles where you have to like look for the rings. You really just want to go fast in this game. I think some of the flaws with it, like the bosses are kind of bad. The final boss of Rush
yeah.
was really bad. Like it was terrible.
I never got that far.
It was like super
I
bad.
remember the special stages not being that
The
great.
special state, no, I have to disagree with you there.
They were like okay.
The special stages, I don't know about
No, no, no,
adventure.
no, no. Never mind. I'm totally wrong. No, those were good.
The special
I
stages
remember
in Rush were super cool because they were the half pipe thing, but it wasn't like
them.
2 where it's like you have to like dodge like stuff and Tails is like fucking you up. You use the stylus, which super cool for adding that with that. And there's like
Yeah.
bumpers you can hit and you can like do tricks and it's really easy too. But also the two screen mechanic where you have like it's just only something you could do on the DS with it. You have two screens that have like different perspectives. So you have to go back and forth, and it's super smooth. Without a doubt, where it is where it deserves to be. Those games are awesome.
Yeah, I think also that like um I think the only times they ever did the half pipe right, as far as I remember, is in Rush and Jam and not Jam. And in Sonic 3 Blast on Saturn. Those are the only two games that made the half pipe fun. It's terrible in Sonic 2 and it's just kind of stupid in Heroes. You just collect a bunch of little orbs. It's like dumb.
Yeah, no, without a doubt.
So that's like it's like the only good, basically the only good half pipe. I think in 3D Blast it's interesting enough where I like it more, but I think Sonic Rush did it best gameplay wise, and it's really the only, I forget the composer's name, um, but that's basically like the best instance of his work being in a game,
Oh,
because I
it's the
know he
people
does
that
Jet Set
yeah,
Radio,
it's the people that Jet Set Radio.
but I find those Jet Set Radio games not great. Like I played both of them, and I don't really like them that much.
The
So
music
I
is
think
good
if
in
you're
them
gonna
though.
play a game with his music in it, play Rush.
Yeah, honestly, I'm willing to put them a little
It's
bit
good. It's
higher.
great in both.
I'm willing to say it's above Chaotix. They're fought.
Honestly, I kind of agree.
Yeah, they're below Sega. They're
Like I
below.
love Chaotix, but
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah,
I don't think they're above Sega Sonic. But I mean, I know you don't agree.
yeah. Okay, moving on.
I think
Sonic. Oh, jeez. Sonic Shuffle.
I have a decent amount. I put a decent amount of time into this game. Um, it's it's Mario Party with Sonic, and not that great. The style in it's cool. The fact that it was kind of weird that Ryan Drummond voiced both Sonic and Knuckles in it. I don't know why they didn't just bring back the other dude. But it's kind of the character designs and the way they, well, not character designs because they're basically the adventure ones, but they added like a new character and she kind of looks like Knights, which is cool. But the gameplay, which is basically the most important part, is just Mario Party, but dwindled down with some cool Sonic-y things. But basically, it's just a worse Mario Party.
Where do we think?
I like coming. I think I like. I think I like coming back to it more than Mario Party, just because I'm not really a Mario guy. But still not great. I'm thinking like high C.
Okay.
But I want to see what's high C right now.
Maybe like right here.
Oh, I think it's above Game Gear Mean Bean Machine.
Okay.
So like below Rise of Lyric.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sonic Spinball.
Uh, that's Game Gear Sonic Spinball, which I played for some reason. Um, it's Spinball, which is great, but it's very, that version's kind of lame. I think it's just a Game Gear game. I think it's
C or so.
C, yeah. I think it's above any of the mobile games.
I don't know.
Probably above. I'd say it's probably above Shattered Crystal, but below Fire and Ice.
Okay. And then this is just
Yeah.
I'll say it's like
I love
B.
Sonic Spinball.
It's like B.
I love
I
Sonic
bet you
Pinball.
maybe.
I think it's better than. I'd say it's below Dr. Bonnick's Mean Bean Machine.
Yeah, no, that's
Below
fair. That's
Dr.
fair.
Bonnick's Mean Bean Machine.
Sonic the Fighters. I have played this. It's it's a little underwhelming. I
Well,
wish
hold
I'd
on.
what?
Hold on. There's two. I think that one you're hovering over is the version you played, which is the PS3, Xbox
Mm-hmm.
360
Re-release.
arcade
Any of that one's the
thing,
arcade or Gems Collection.
and then that one's the original arcade one. Yeah.
Okay, then
Well,
I'll
technically, I don't know what. I mean, they're the same exact thing, but over here it was called Sonic Championship instead of the Fighters.
hmm.
So I don't know. I don't think that matters though.
I think they're fun. I think they're cool little fighting games. I'm willing to put them like, you know, I think they're cool. I think probably maybe like here, like right below DX or something.
I think they're better than DX. I think
Yeah,
it's way better than
I don't
DX.
know. Maybe
I
like
hate DX.
here or so. No, not above colors. I think maybe like right there. I mean, they kind of just rub
Yeah,
together.
that's fine.
Sonic 2, I don't
I don't
know.
know why we have colors so. I don't know why we have colors so low, because it's just it's one of the Rush games.
We can just put it
It's
here.
awesome.
This is Wii colors, bro.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
Never mind.
that's DS colors. Is this just Sonic?
Yeah, okay.
This is obviously not the original Sonic 2. Is this the Game Gear Sonic 2?
It's Sonic 2 Master System,
Oh,
and I played. It's it's like interchangeable. Master System, Game Gear, they're the same thing. It's just that Master System version's always better because it's in a wider resolution.
yeah.
There's more space to see where you're going. I think sometimes the music's a little better too. I'm not entirely sure on that. It seems good. I think I played a bit of it on Game Gear. Fine. I think it's one of the better. It's one of the better Game Gear Master System type of those games. That I've played. I think it's Actually, no, that's a lie. It's good. I think it's like wherever Sonic Chaos is, it's like below it.
Looking for it.
Oh right. Let's see. It's right next to. It's right below Battle. Yeah.
This is the
And then
mobile
that's the
port. They
It's the
never had a
Christian Whitehead
PC.
mobile port.
You know, it's really
I
sad
mean,
this never got like a
in
console port.
Origins.
Yeah, I
They got
mean,
it in Origins.
yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, it's good. It's I think Sonic 2.
That's literally what it is.
I think Sonic 2, everyone I mean, I think it's like not even that good, honestly. I think it's maybe right here.
No, I don't. I think it's below Sega Sonic for sure.
I think maybe right there. I like, I like it.
That's
I
fine.
like how Tails was like added, but the half pipe thing for me, and I feel like, while the worlds are definitely a lot more, or the zones are a lot more realistic than Sonic CDs, which are just like colors and stuff, they're just so boring. Like, they're
Yeah.
not that fun. I mean, the zones are definitely better than Sonic like 1 in terms of like actual like
Yeah.
speed, but I mean that's
No,
not
actually, I don't agree with that.
I mean that's not really saying too much. So and then obviously original Sonic or 2 is probably just right below.
I think I think Sonic 2 is majorly overrated. I think that
Mm-hmm. No, definitely.
the only really cool things they add to it. I mean, Tails is cool. Super Sonic is cool.
Yeah, no, without a
Definitely.
doubt. The Death Egg stuff is cool.
There's a few level themes I really like from that game. Like Mystic Cave is really good. Some of those games are some of the music in it is very Genesis, and I love that. Genesis sound font's really good.
Yeah.
That's and obviously the controls and all that stuff. The spin dash they added is cool.
Oh yeah, the spin dash is
There's
definitely
good
better than
parts.
CDs.
It's like it's the most like it's the most I still think it's the worst classic Sonic game. Main classic Sonic.
Yeah,
game,
I've like,
not the version that
3
came
CD and
before.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
fine right there.
Yeah.
Bro, without
it's
a doubt. Okay, what the fuck is this shit, dude? It's just, we'll just say Sonic 3. I think it's a little bit worse than Knuckles, but they're pretty interchangeable. They make a complete game.
Scroll down, see if Sonic 3 is like just by itself.
Oh yeah.
Uh
Oh, well, okay.
Sonic 3 and Knuckles is above that for sure.
and then
Sonic 3 is below Sonic and
like that.
eh.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I don't agree. I think that Sonic 3 has better zones. I think that I forget most all of Sonic and Sonic
Um,
and Knuckles. Besides, they're very forgettable zones. I mean,
I think it's just
Sandopolis,
Candopolis.
Mushroom Hill, like
Yeah, I guess that's fair. But Sky
I feel like
Sanctuary was pretty cool.
Sonic 3 is way more recognizable.
Yeah, no,
The main
yeah,
zones
yeah,
like
you're
Samus
right.
and Knuckles are like
Angel
the main
Island, Angel
recognizable zones in
Sanctuary, or
Sonic are
whatever.
like Sky
Yeah.
Sanctuary, Death Egg, uh, kind of Lava Reef
Oh,
because it's
Flying
Mania.
Battery. Obviously, Flying Battery.
Yeah, Flying Battery,
That's
but
like
like
one of the most notable. Yeah.
Sonic 3 has like Angel Island. It has
Ice Cap, Hydrocity,
Carnival, Carnival, whatever.
Carnival Night. Even though it
Yeah, like
sucks,
I feel like
that's not Carnival Night.
I feel like the I feel like the zones in Sonic 3 are a lot more recognizable, and
That's fair. Yeah.
although they definitely complete each other. Like basically, not one is better than the other, but I think if there was gonna be one that's better than the other, it's Sonic 3,
No, without a
but only by
doubt.
a little bit.
All right. Oh, oof. Ooh.
Mm,
I'll put that here and
from
this
what I've heard,
here.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's fine.
Enough said. Yeah.
No, no. I think Sonic 4 Episode 1 can stay. Sonic 4 Episode 2 I've heard is okay.
I've heard it's
Not bad.
not terrible. I'll put
Like
I'll
okay
put it like
bad.
here.
Yeah, that's fine.
What is this?
Actually, no, I liked it less than Free Riders. Put it below Free Riders. And Labyrinth. That Sonic 1 Master System, and I played a decent
It
bit of
looked
that
really
game. I really
good.
like it.
Yeah.
It's the music is pretty good, especially for an 8-bit game. Like they added a new level. It's called like Bridge Zone or something, and that music is really good.
Honestly, I'll
There's
say it's
also
like
like
C or something.
um Labyrinth Zone has like a new track or something like that. And it's like really really good too. The gameplay's fun. Really good little game. I think it's better than I think I enjoyed it more than maybe below Sonic the Fighters above Pinball Party.
Okay. What?
That's Sonic Extreme, not Sonic Extreme, Sonic Extreme. It's uh for context the difference is Sonic Extreme, which we'll get to, is spelled X slash or whatever that thing is called Treme.
Mm-hmm.
This one is spelled with an E above the
Like the actual,
before
it's the
the
actual spelling.
spelling. Yeah, it's a canceled Xbox skateboarding game with Sonic in it.
So it never happened.
It's basically like Tony Hawk. It's like Tony Hawk with Sonic. It only has like 2 levels because it's a prototype.
But it never played.
Maybe even less than that, to be honest. I mean, I can kind of assume what it's like.
But yeah, I think we can't really say much about it.
Yeah, it's fine. Game World is one of the Pico games.
Oof.
It's a mini game collection. It's a mini game collection. The graphics are great. Like the Pico, for anybody not familiar, is like the Genesis for babies. You like plug in these really massive cartridges, but they're also like a book. And you have like this little pen, and you like touch things on the book or whatever. You could play like a Genesis game. It's stupid. It's made for kids, so it's made for babies, which is obviously not our demographic. From what I've seen, it's it's like hitting like it's like whack-a-mole with like Eggman and like stuff like cheesy stuff like that for
Okay.
kids.
Yeah,
It's like
I mean, whatever. It's like
stupid baby dribble.
it's like probably right here.
The
or
graphics are
something.
great though. I think that it has some of the most charming Sonic graphics. I think that it's above Sonic 4 Episode 2.
Okay.
I think it's D. Sonic 4 it's below Labyrinth.
Dog the Hedgehog Golf.
Never played. It's a Sonic Cafe game.
The original Sonic. My take on this is kind of hot here. I don't think it's that great, and I don't think it's better than 2.
I think it's better than two.
I think
I really like it. I think. Go ahead.
for me, it's just like I just don't think there's enough reason to come back to it. I think it's got like five good levels, and obviously it's classic, but I think the fact that after you get hit, there's no invincibility frames. I think that's stupid. I think obviously I mentioned the spin dash that I would bring that back again. There's no like you got to really just keep speed, but I think the music's pretty great. Obviously Green Hill Zone's pretty great. Whatever
Mm-hmm.
Spring Yard Zone's pretty great. That song's awesome. But Labyrinth Zone sucks.
Yeah.
A lot, whatever the purple one is, Marble Zone or whatever, that sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, Sonic 2 is, it's pretty like it's not terrible and it's not, not that great, but it's definitely, it's got some quality of life stuff that Sonic like the original Sonic didn't have.
I think. When I think about it, mm, I really like Sonic One. I think it's a lot more charming. I think that when they split up the teams from when they were making Sonic 2 and CD at the same time, I think since it was built, Sonic 2 was made by STI, Sega Technical Institute, which is American.
Uh,
They make a lot of like bad, bad games, but also just like it's got a lot of American style, and you could tell in Sonic 2. That's why Sonic CD is so like bouncy and colorful, and Sonic 2 is a little more grounded. Um, and that kind of ruins the atmosphere for me. I feel like the atmosphere was way more dwindled down. There is good levels. It's just I feel like it was dwindled down a lot more. Um, it's a lot. It's a lot less pretty to look at. I feel like there's a lot less good tracks. Sonic One, very colorful, very beautiful. Um, the all the almost every single track in that game is really really good. Not to say Sonic Two isn't. I
no,
just
I
think it's a
mean,
lot less so.
no, I definitely don't agree. I think the level design is pretty bad. Not like the graphics, but I just feel like I think the main thing they struggled with is they didn't want to detach themselves too far from like, a Mario style platformer. That's why there's Marble Zone or whatever, and like the Labyrinth Zone or whatever the water one is. So they were trying to like, hey, we got some regular platforming levels, and in the Sonic game, nobody really wants that, and obviously they didn't know that at the time. But I think that's why it suffers in my eyes. I think Green Hill Zone is great. I think it feels great to feel fast in. Um, my opinion of Spring Yard Zone was kind of good, but I just feel like a lot of the levels are just way too slow and and
Um,
they definitely drag on with being three acts. Like, yeah, I don't know, they're pretty bad.
I feel. I mean, we don't have to dwindle on this for too long because I can agree with this. I guess
Hmm.
like I don't agree 'cause I do think it's better than Sonic Two, but it's fine. But I think that if you detach yourself from the mindset that like the Sonic standard mindset that oh you're gonna constantly be going fast and that's the fun part of the game, and you just see it as another platformer, you can have a lot of fun with those levels. You can. Labyrinth Zone does kind of drag no matter what way you look at it. On for most of the parts. Um, but it's still I still really enjoy those levels regardless of oh you can't go fast for the whole thing, which is very much true. You're right, but um, it's less refined, but I still enjoy it more. I don't
Yeah,
know. I just
yeah, we
basically
could
really
pretty
like
much just
Sonic
kind
One
of
is what I'm getting at.
yeah. Neo Geo
Yeah, let's move on.
Neo Geo Pocket Sonic.
So this is Sonic Pocket Adventure. It's I've heard it's really good. Um, it's kind of what Sonic Jam on Gamecom should have been, where it takes old levels and like stitches them together and makes it a new game, kind of like a predecessor to Mania, just with no new ideas. Um, and I don't know, it's just it's an 8-bit version of Sonic 1, 2, and 3, basically, just with a lot of levels cut out. Um, the special stage is a half pipe again.
What are
Um,
we thinking? Like
it has
D?
like Angel Island and all that kind of stuff. It's good. It's a good game. So I would say higher than that for sure. The enjoyment factor is high. It's just a lot more of the same. I would say it's probably worse than Rivals, but probably
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
dude?
So this is a really weird mobile game. I don't remember the name of it, and obviously the name is in Japanese there, so I couldn't tell you what it is off the top of my head. They did this weird thing. I think it's like 2016, where um they used to draw like Sonic in that weird style. Like if you look in like the main like some of the Mania art, like they
Hmm.
use and some of the old like Sonic level design art, like when they were in the planning stages, they use that style of like Sonic just has a circle head with like some triangles on the back, and like it's all very simplistic. They made basically a platformer out of that. It's basically like Sonic Runners, but with like very little substance. It's like if Sonic Runners was like made in the style of Doodle Jump. Like it's very little substance. I've never played it personally, but I already kind of know what it is.
I'll just keep it in never played. I don't know.
It's, yeah, I don't really feel like writing it. There's nothing really to say.
Ah,
Treble Trouble I played, and it's probably the best. It's probably the best Game Gear classic Sonic game. Um, it's probably the best one. I played Chaos. I don't think I played much of Chaos, but I played a decent chunk of Triple Trouble, and they're basically the same, but with Triple Trouble has more characters and the level design's more interesting. Like when you're one part you're running on a train, which is kind of cool. You don't really see that in Sonic. Um, you know, it's a neat little game. I think you can pick characters too, which is kind of
probably just with the
maybe
Game
more.
Gear games.
Actually, yeah, yeah, above Chaos, but only above Chaos.
Wait, no, I think I missed.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
you got it.
Unleashed. Which
All
version?
right,
I think pretty good
so
of
this is what I kind of
Unleashed.
want to go with. I want to. This is kind of want to before we rate any of these. I think what we should do is define which ones are which.
We'll
I think the
say,
one that's closest to us now should be PS3, Xbox
yeah,
360. The one
Wii,
next to it should
PS2,
be
or
PS2 and
Wii.
Wii.
Yeah, and then this is
I
the.
think that one should be Wii and PS2, and that one should be the mobile phone port, which we'll get to.
I think
Um,
I haven't
because I
played
the
Sonic
Wii and
Unleashed.
PS2 one are basically the same thing.
Yeah, I haven't played
But
Sonic Unleashed, but I've watched a decent bit about it, and it seems like a lot of people really like it. They think, obviously the werehog parts are kind of like bad, but I've heard they're very vibrant levels. I think I've played the first level of it. Um, but I mean, I've heard they're really good. Like I've heard people really love this game.
mhm.
So I think maybe like,
Yeah,
honestly, probably towards like A, almost maybe S tier.
mm,
It's,
I think where you're about to place it is fine.
I think it's probably the best like 3D boost game. Um
Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't know.
The
I feel like
finals are fine.
I think maybe like here.
Oh no, I don't agree with that at all. I think above R, that's fine. I don't think it's I don't think it's above CD by any part of the imagination.
I don't know.
I think I think it's very well done. It's a very pretty game. The music's great. The idea is interesting. The Sonic levels are fun enough. They're okay. I think like when you're really going fast and you're in those Mach speed segment, not Mach speed, that's different. When you're in those parts where you have to like dodge out of the way of the buildings and
Yeah.
like doing that kind of stuff, it is fun. But the Werehog levels are really boring. They're constantly playing that battle theme because every single second you're seeing an enemy. They drag each time you play one of those levels, it's like a 15 to 30 minute long level of just nothing but Werehog. And the story is just it's interesting, but it's a little generic. Besides the whole werehog thing, like it's just like evil entity hatches out a world. It's bad. Let's go stop it. And not that a Sonic plot has to be more interesting than that, but for a game like Unleashed, I look, think it should.
I think
I think
honestly,
it's worse than R.
I think honestly, I think you're giving a little bit too much shit. I think maybe right below Heroes. Obviously the boost formula is not that great, but I don't know. I've seen a lot of stuff about this game, and it looks really good. And it's probably the next after Adventure and Adventure Two. It'd probably be the next Sonic game I play, or Heroes.
I think, yeah, I think, mm, I just think that I really want to like that game. I really, really do. Like, I want to play it at some point again, and maybe I'll change my opinion. But as it stands, from what I remember playing of it, not only was it kind of unmemorable, it's just, eh.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's.
I don't know.
I think it's
That's
fine
kind of how I
there.
feel right now.
But
I really want to give it a chance, though.
Wii PS2. You're gonna take the wheel here. I don't know about any of this.
Uh,
I mean, is it basically just the
I
same
know
thing?
about it. I know about it. I have the Wii one. I don't think I've played either, but I know about it. From what I've seen, it's just a worse version of the 360 and PS3 game, but it removes and adds levels.
We could put like maybe like
And there's some different stuff
here.
in there. I think it's bad. I think it's worse than Mean Bean Machine and Spinball.
Let's put it
Probably
here, and
above
then
both.
the mobile.
Mobile phone port. I've seen gameplay. Think about like the graphics are worse than Advance, and in terms of like, in terms of like bits and whatever.
Oh shit,
And it
that's
seems
bad.
really like it seems lame. Like it seems bad, but I don't know if I could rate it from what I know about it. I've
Never
seen
played.
gameplay. I really want to get my hands on it and control it before I can really say anything on it.
Yeah,
Um,
Sonic X
it's kind of interesting
Leapster.
that they even made it in the first place. I
Uh,
played this, I think.
we'll just put it
I
never
have it.
played.
I bought a Leapster for it. Um, I think I've seen gameplay. I can rate it. It's cool that there's a Sonic X game and they got all the voice actors to do it. And it's interesting what they did with it, where they used a modified Sonic 3 sprite sheet for it. So they like added new sprites to the Sonic 3 sprites, which is really cool.
Hmm.
Uh, that they would even bother doing that. You think they just use the advanced ones or something,
Yeah.
especially since it's based on modern Sonic.
Yeah.
Um, but it's it's the concept is cool. The fact it's an X game is cool, but it's literally just math. So it's like the screen is like, what is 3 plus 7, and you gotta like find the number around the level. Like it's bad. So
Probably like F or so.
cutscenes, yeah, maybe low D,
Yeah, like
probably
there.
above, probably below game. I'd say like below Game World, above Sonic 4 Episode 2.
Okay.
So I think it has enough cool. Well, above Sonic 4 Episode 2.
Sonic
All
Extreme,
right, this
the
is
demo or
interesting.
whatever.
Yeah, you kind of played it. It's a lot less complete than in that version that we played. For context, me and him played. I think it's called like Sonic Z Stream or Sonic. It's like a basically
Oh,
someone
it's
compiled all the levels together and like added a few little
a
things, like new
semi-complete
mods
like
and a few other things
compilation of it.
to make it somewhat playable. I played some of the original demos too. Like there's two other demos that are um like one that's made for PC and another one that's just basically like walking around a bunch of grass. Uh, it's an incomplete game. There's only so much you could say about it. Like you can't really judge it too much since it didn't come out.
I could say we could just say
Barely
never
even.
played.
I played everything there is to play of it. So basically,
I
I think
remember. I
if
think
it
it's
was complete,
okay.
it'd probably be better. But I'd say it's like uh below Riders, above Adventure DX.
Oh,
C C tier.
alright. Sonic Schoolhouse.
Sonic Schoolhouse. Eh, it's it's one of those things where like it's cool that they even bothered to do it, and it's cool like the graphics are really pretty interesting. I mean, some of the I don't know how many of you have seen this watching, but the the animals that they have, like the 3 models of the animals, are like horrifying. But um, it's still kind of cool that it exists. Sonic even has a voice in that game, which is kind of insane. Um, but again, it's an educational game. You're finding like numbers and junk. It's better than Sonic X and probably Game World. That's about it. It's not better than Labyrinth. I put in like yeah. This is Tails Adventures or Adventure, whatever. Game Gear game. It's a puzzle game. You're like laying down bombs and like using your little like robot dude to like do a bunch of tasks for you and like killing a bunch of like weird like duck dudes. Kind of looks like Bean from Sonic the Fighters. It's kind of interesting. I don't think I've played it, but it's probably below, probably in like, it's a good game. It's probably not in D. It's probably in C. Let me see where the other Game Gear games are at.
Probably like here, maybe.
I think it's better in colors.
Maybe like here or so.
Maybe below Sonic 8-bit, below Sonic Master System.
Where is that? Oh, here.
Yeah.
Tails the.
All right, this is Tails in the Music Maker. It's another Pico game. From what I've seen, it's more minigame compilation. Like you're like Tails like bouncing around on music notes and junk. It's like stupid. I'd say it's below Game World. Maybe below Sonic 4. Yeah.
Episode 2.
No, it. Oh man, I think it's above Sonic Jump Fever. Like there's nothing to it. At least Sonic Game World has cool graphics. This is Tails Sky Patrol, I think. Another Game Gear game. From what I've seen, it's kind of like a 2D shooter with Tails, and you're like shooting your rings out, and there's like a witch that's like taking over the land or something. So no Eggman, I don't think. It's kind of interesting. I think it's probably better than Adventure, but worse than Sonic 1 8-bit. That's probably where I'd put it. I've never actually played it, so you know, it's speculation.
All right, Team Sonic Racing.
This is what I have played. This I played the Switch version, which is probably the worst version to play, but I played it. It's fine. Cutscenes are kind of neat. The fact there is a story mode in a Sonic racing game is cool. The gameplay is basically just like Transformed without the transformations.
Put it right below them.
The fact that it has wisps in it are kind of cool. Like that's a cool idea. I'd say it's probably above. It's probably above Transformed. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe above Shattered Crystal.
Okay. What is this?
This is Waku Waku Sonic Patrol, I think that's what it's called. It's one of those, it's similar to the Sonic, the one with the other one I was talking about where it's like one of the Chuck E. Cheese rides where it rocks back and forth and there's like a little...
We'll put it next to the other one.
It's basically just that, but instead of being a ship, you're like driving around and like, you're like trying to pull over Eggman on the side of the road. It's kind of stupid.
We put that up
I think
here?
Galaxy...
Jeez.
Yeah, it's below it, but it's not much. It's like right there.
Okay, we got to pick our best 5.
Actually, wait a minute. Well, yeah, but like, I feel like we should move some stuff around first.
Okay.
I really think Sonic Colors on DS is worse than Sega Sonic Cosmo Fighter. Like, I really don't think that's probably the case.
Yeah.
I think that game's probably better than Black Knight.
I'll put it in the center.
Like, it's a rush game.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think we could move. I think up here is pretty good. At least in my eyes.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
I think Sega Sonic should go up there, but you don't agree.
yeah, no, I
Um,
definitely don't.
I think keep going down.
Here, there's a lot of stuff, so I don't think we really need to move it around.
Uh, yeah,
And D tier, it's
keep in
like the
mind if
yeah,
people if anybody's watching, people watching, keep in mind that like if we really had more time to think about this, it'd probably be a little more refined, probably be some little tweaks, but overall, this is pretty
yeah.
accurate.
Okay, I think
And there's stuff missing.
yeah.
I think we should probably talk about some stuff
Oh,
before we get to Best Buy.
Frontiers and Superstars,
Yeah,
and I guess Shadow
let's talk about
Generations.
some. Yeah, we should talk about ones that are missing from this list. Because there are ones. I
Hmm.
mean,
At least the
not
main.
super specific stuff. Yeah, like I think that like Joyopolis has a few more rides that are on here, and like there is other stuff here that's missing.
It's just
Like
not nearly
other types
important.
of
It's not
stuff.
nearly as important.
It's just it's not really important. Some of the stuff even on here is not even important. Like I don't even know why it's here, but it's here. But for stuff that's not included, from what I can see, the latest game on here is Team Sonic Racing.
Yeah.
Um, I think after that, there's like Superstars, Frontiers, Rumble. I don't
Well,
even want to count Rumble.
yeah. Well, I think we should mostly just. I think
Um,
mostly just we'll say Superstars, Frontiers, and Shadow Generations.
yeah,
I think
I'm
personally,
trying to think
I
of
haven't
any other
played
mainline stuff.
Shadow Generations yet, but I've heard the Shadow part is really good, and I've heard people
Mhm.
say it's even better than some of the Sonic Generations stuff. But I don't know about
Mhm.
that. So I think it probably goes right above Sonic Generations, but it could also go below because
I think.
the Sonic part of it, the Sonic Generations, they like change the dialogue and like make it terrible now.
Mm,
So I think they're pretty
yeah, so
interchangeable.
I watched a whole synopsis of whatever happens in the shadow part, and yeah, like you said, they rewrote some of the script. Like they got Ian Flynn or whoever does the IDW comics now. They got him to write it. I don't know why they even bothered changing it. They even changed some of the cutscenes up a little bit. Just seems like pointless stuff, and it honestly made it
Hmm.
worse. Um, but there's probably patches on the Steam version now, so that doesn't matter too
And
much.
I
The
think
gameplay's still there.
I think
Plus
I
the
still think
story in Generations just kind of sucks in general, anyways.
yeah, I think the Shadow part makes up for it. I think it probably goes right above it, honestly.
Mhm.
I've seen a lot of stuff about the Shadow part, and it looks really good. And obviously they have like the movie Shadow stuff too, which is pretty cool. So I think that probably goes like
Yeah,
right below, right above it. So not much to say about that.
I think that the only thing I've heard about the Shadow thing that's like not good, if from what I've heard, it's kind of rushed. Like there's like 3 levels or 3 or 4 levels and like a boss fight or two. And I know it's basically free DLC. Um, and it is cool that they even bothered to do that at all, since they didn't really have to. Like we know that they did a lot less for Colors Ultimate, which I guess we should also mention. That's
Eh,
not here.
yeah, it's just a lesser version of Colors,
But
much lesser.
but uh but from what I've heard, it's kind of underwhelming because they kind of use one of the stages like over again. Like they use Radical City like a couple times, and they never even do any Shadow the Hedgehog levels, which is kind of lame considering
Yeah,
it's the Shadow the Hedgehog thing.
yeah.
That would
Maybe
totally make
it's
sense.
I don't know. They're pretty interchangeable. I think maybe equal with
It's
Generations. A little bit
it's
worse.
better than Generations. It's better than Generations, but not debatably so. It's better than Generation just because it adds stuff. Like it
Yeah,
adds more than it takes away. It's like a battle situation.
yeah. That's definitely fair.
So
I think
and
either above or below to be fine.
and I think and I think Ultimate, if we were to put Ultimate on here, just a quick, we don't really have to talk about it much.
Yeah,
If I were to put Ultimate on here, it'd be below the original colors.
probably
They made
like yeah somewhere here.
they it'd be I think it would be I think even below Fighters, like it's bad. Um, like they ruined, like there's a insane amount of glitches in it. the graphics, they totally butchered them. Um, the the stuff they added is just terrible. They added like a movie Sonic Charge or something to it as just like a little cosmetic for your character, and like a few other little tiny things that don't matter. Um, I think they redid the soundtrack, and apparently it's okay, but from what I've heard, it's still like a little worse or just kind of pointless. Uh, it's just bad. It's just like there's no point. Like at least it's in HD, but debatably so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think probably
Um,
right above 8-bit Sonic.
yeah, somewhere below
Frontiers.
Sonic Colors.
Frontiers I haven't played, but
What's
I've
that?
seen a decent bit about it, and it looks pretty good, honestly.
Mm,
I think probably
I s-
like low A, like below R maybe.
nah, I
I
think it's above Unleashed. Eh,
yeah, I mean it's
no, I think it's below Unleashed.
I think maybe like yeah, maybe right
Oh,
below Unleashed or something like that.
no, I didn't. Oh, I don't mean that Unleashed. I mean PS2 Unleashed. No, it's above PS2 Unleashed.
I think maybe
Um,
top of B. I'll
I
say
think.
top of B.
Well, I enjoy Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine and Spinball more than it because I played it. It's
Yeah, but they're completely
I
different
haven't got it far
games.
enough to really say. Yeah, I mean, I know it's like we said before. It's not. If we had more time to think about it, it'd probably be a little more refined. But for the most part, this is true. Um, it's I've seen a whole synopsis of like what happens in it and how it plays, and there's like a lot of pop in. There's like the way they do the levels is basically they rip them from Generations, but the thing is it doesn't control the same way as Generations. So
Oh yeah. Yeah,
a
no, probably right
it's a
below
little
Mean Bean
funky.
Machine.
Uh, so and the story's cool. Like I really like the I really think if I played it, I'd really like the Titans. Like played it more
The
anyways. I
Titans are
really like the
cool.
Titans.
I like how all of
So what I
Sonic's friends
think
are
from
like
what I've heard from the Titans,
no go for it.
yeah, I think the way they did this, the writing seems cool. Like the way they wrote the way they wrote the Sonic's friends seems like the most refined we've gotten in years.
And
Way better than
we've
Forces.
gotten I think whatever
Forces
like
like are just
9
a
and
joke.
stuff. I think it's really cool how
I
it's
mean,
like how there's a lot of like, dialogue that's like, man, it'd be really cool if they were here, I could show them around and stuff. I think that's super cool, even like just walking around like the open world. And I think the plot of like how like they're all kind of like I think it's like they're like in cyber or something like they're like I don't know, but they're just not like there or something like that.
yeah, they're like, yeah, it's
Like
and then
digitalized or
Sonic turns
something.
out like, yeah, and then Sonic later turns like black or something. Not like that, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, he gets like a bunch of like stuff on him. Similar thing happens in the IDW comics, but like like starts getting like corrupted or something. Either way, the storyline's kind of cool. The
Yeah.
writing seems good. I really like the Titan ideas, and I think that the music for the Titans, from what I've heard, is really, really good. Actually, speaking on the other parts of the music, I think it's just basically lo-fi, which is kind of weird for Sonic. Overall, just seems
I
okay.
think maybe
We
low
just
A or
both
high
aren't
B.
super familiar. We both aren't super familiar,
Yeah.
so if we ever play it, our opinion, like play it more, anyways,
And
we'll both
I
have an
really do
opinion
want
why
to
it's
play
so
it, but it's kind
familiar.
of expensive.
Yeah, I wanna. I plan on playing it more at some point. I'd
Yeah.
say for now, my opinion is probably below Spinball, but because I really enjoy Spinball,
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
you know, it somewhere around
We really just
there.
got to kind of play it more.
And then yeah, and
Sonic
then I think the
Superstars.
only really major thing to rate is Superstars. I mean, there is other stuff, like I said, Rumble, and I think there's probably another thing I'm forgetting here.
Yeah, but it's not important.
Um, but it doesn't matter. Rumble, if Rumble was on here, neither of us have played it, so I'd go and haven't played. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. So Superstars. I played it a little bit.
I've seen
Only on
gameplay
pretty
of it.
few zones. I've seen reviews, like full reviews on it. Um, it's the it was worked on by Arzest, and one of the people in Arzest is Noto Shima, who did all the art and all this stuff for Sonic. Like literally one of the creators of Sonic, which is really cool that they got him for that. Um, but from what I've heard about the gameplay and what I played of the gameplay, it's it's worse than Mania, but it's not that. It's like not that bad. It's okay. It's a it's a little underwhelming coming off of Mania. Just expect it to be worse than Mania. The level designs aren't and the level concepts aren't super interesting. The new character, Twist or something like that, I forget her name. Um, is kind of cool. She kind of looks like Styx, which I love Styx, so cool. Um, and the fact they brought back like Fang, that's really cool because Fang is a really good character. It's cool that they're bringing back these old classic Sonic characters like Mighty and Ray, Bark being in Feiner and Mania for like a little bit. Um, and now with Fang, like we really got most all of them there, so that's really cool. But overall, it's a fun little game. I gotta get more into it. The special stages are kind of cool. The music's a little underwhelming, but it's kind of neat. Um, it's fine. I'd say I probably like it more than Shadow.
Yeah, maybe like
Probably
high
under R.
B. Yeah,
I'd say highest B.
yeah,
Like,
I think that's fine.
yeah.
Okay, now we gotta
I
pick
think
our
that's it.
best. We
I
gotta
mean,
pick our best five.
yeah.
Okay, I think we have to have something. I think obviously we have to have.
So,
I'll just put these two together. I think we gotta have Adventure and Adventure Two, without a doubt.
I think. I mean, I know you're gonna put them together, but I'd say probably Battle is better.
Yeah, but I mean,
So let's just
I'm
say
just saying
Battle.
in general. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I know. But
And we're not gonna do
if we
these.
were
We're not
gonna,
gonna do this in any specific ranking. There's gonna be like the best five. Um,
yeah.
Mania has to be there, I think. Um,
Eh, I, I mean, I guess.
well, and then I'm thinking this and this. I don't want to really put Generations up there, and obviously these. I mean, they're pretty much just like the same
Yeah.
games. I think this is fine.
I mean, I hate to have those be the top five, considering that's like the most like
Generic
it's the
opinion,
most average thing to say. Like,
but it is
you
just.
know,
It's just
oh,
true.
my top five Sonic games are? There are Mania, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and Adventure 1 and 2. Like
Yeah.
that's like the most typical thing you could say. But I mean, like, if I were to make this on my own, I'd probably say my top five were Sega Sonic, Knuckles Chaotix, R, maybe CD, and Adventure. Those would probably be my top five.
Yeah. I don't know.
But in terms of probably overall,
We got it. Kind of
in
got it
terms of
there.
both of us agreeing on this, I'd say this is good. These are
It's
probably some of the
very
most refined games
it's
in the
very
series.
generic, and but it's this is probably I mean the CD part people don't like CD probably people put like two or like Generations or something up there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I think
But
just because an opinion's popular doesn't make it untrue. So I think these are definitely
yeah,
you know
yeah,
there's no
they're definitely some of the most refined games in the series.
there's no
And
perfect Sonic game.
if you're, I would say that also these are probably some of the most recommendable Sonic
Oh, without
games.
a doubt, yeah,
Because if I was like, oh, I like Sonic, and you don't know anything about Sonic, why don't you go play Sega Sonic the Hedgehog? They'll probably try it. They won't like it because it's weird.
yeah.
Um, and they'll be like, all right, this series sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So probably if I were gonna recommend any games to people, it'd be one of these five.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Um,
Probably Mania the
maybe like
most.
Generations too, but
Generation,
like
yeah.
overall,
Generations as a new player, I didn't like it. After I played Adventure 2 and a little bit of Adventure and but as I gained more knowledge of Sonic, Generations became way better. On its own, like without any knowledge of Sonic, it's kind of mediocre. Like it's really just a game for Sonic fans.
yeah, I can see that. I mean, I remember the story being a little underwhelming,
Very
but I
underwhelming,
don't
yeah.
really like the gameplay. So I do kind of see that. I mean, I didn't
Hmm.
really like it that much even after being a Sonic fan for a while.
Yeah.
But again, we already talked about Generations. This is, I would say, in terms of overall, this is probably a better best five than
Oh,
I would
sure.
say.
Yeah. I mean, because it's like a lot of the picks you have are like Knuckles Chaotix has a lot of flaws, but it looks really good and the music's cool. I don't know much about Sega Sonic. Sonic R obviously has a lot of flaws too. There's a lot of flaws. So, And honestly, if this was like my favorite 5, I'd probably put like Rush up there. You know, I have
Yeah.
like I have a lot of opinions that like probably wouldn't make it nearly as high. But I think this is probably just the best to go with. I think we'll
Yeah.
probably wrap up the video there. Let you guys get one more look at it. But it's probably be like a 2.5 hour video. But I hope you guys, if you guys stuck all the way through, if you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe. I'm definitely down to do more Sonic
Yeah.
stuff and
Hopefully,
tier list
hopefully we can
stuff.
come back.
But we'll probably come back, do like something like a show, like the show rating or like character rating. All right, I'll see you guys later.
Yo,
Bye.
maybe